Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So today's story time is about the time I caught my teacher. I'd say caught in 4K, maybe even 20/20 vision, because I saw this with my own eyes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this story time and find it funny. If you do, please leave a like on the video. And yeah, let's just jump right into today's story time. So today's story time is about one of my teachers, specifically two of my teachers, but one more than the other. Now let's give this teacher a name. I'm not going to say her real name, but let's just call her Mrs. Wilson, okay? Now Mrs. Wilson was a new teacher. She was also very young, probably the youngest teacher I've ever had in my entire life, and that made her very, very cool, because like she understood, current humor. Not to say that older people don't. I'm not trying to make fun of old people. Okay, old people, don't get mad at me. Don't band together and come, burn my house down. I'm just saying, like, a younger teacher sometimes is cooler just because they relate to you more. But anyway, she was a really cool girl, right? Now, Mrs. Wilson and me were kind of friends, honestly. Like, she never really yelled at me in class. I'd, have full-on conversations with her. She was very nice. She's probably one of my favorite teachers I've ever had, which is why this story time is kind of hilarious and sad at the same time. Now, the thing about Mrs. Wilson is every day, this guy would come to the classroom who was also a teacher. He taught a grade above us, and they would kind of flirt with each other, and our whole class would always make a joke of it and be like, Mrs. Wilson, are you dating him? And she'd be like, no, we're just friends, guys, get your heads out of the gutter. And she would always deny the fact that she was dating this teacher. I remember one time he came into the room and we were all just sitting there quietly doing our work, and they were sitting at Miss Wilson's desk kind of flirting with each other and laughing, and out of absolute nowhere, my friend that was sitting next to me just screams out in the silent classroom and goes, will you two just get a room already? Come on, get it over with. And she goes, go to the main office. And yeah, needless to say, my friend got detention for 2 days. So yeah, like I said, a very big joke in our classroom, and she always denied it, but everyone kind of thought that they were gonna date. I didn't think they were dating seriously, but with how they flirted and stuff, I assumed they were gonna end up dating. And sure enough, we were right. A couple weeks later, she comes in the classroom all smiling and happy, and a girl sitting in the front row made a joke about it. She's like, oh, did your boyfriend finally ask you out? And she just admitted it. She's like, yep, he did. And it was confirmed. This teacher and my teacher were dating. Now, personally, I didn't really care. I was kind of glad that it was over with because everyone would not let that joke go. But that only made it worse. People joked about it even more every day. So much to the point where she was getting angry with it and told our class that they need to stop because it's very inappropriate. And honestly, she was right. A great example is what I just told y'all about my friend yelling out. That shit would make me so mad. But anyway, that's not even where it ends, okay? That's not even where it starts, to be honest. It just gets so much worse. So fast forward a couple months later into them dating. I'm in the lunchroom sitting at my table with my friends, okay? Now, at this point, my grade in Miss Wilson's class was actually pretty good. I was passing her class. Like I said, she was always very nice to me. And the fact that she was dating this guy that made her happy made her even more nice, so that was cool. But we're sitting at lunch, and after lunch every day was when we had Miss Wilson's class. So, right from lunch every day, we went straight there. Now, I'm sitting at the table with my friends, and we're just talking, and my friend makes a joke. He's like, yo, one of these days we're just going to walk over to Miss Wilson's class after lunch, and she's going to be making out with him on the desk or something. Now, I don't know why my friend was thinking about this. We were talking about something completely different before he said this. It was the most out-of-the-blue thing I've ever heard him say. And I was like, dude, why are you thinking about that right now? He's like, I don't know, it's just funny. I was like, no. Get your mind out of that gutter, Jason, okay? She's a nice lady. Stop thinking about that. And all of my friends start laughing, and everyone starts kind of making a joke about it as well. And then fast forward a couple minutes later, there's about 5 minutes until lunch ends, and my friend says he wants to leave lunch early so he can go meet his plug in the bathroom. Now, I know when you hear that, you're probably like, yo, your friend went in the bathroom and bought drugs? No, you know what he would do? He would go to the bathroom every single day and meet his friend in there and buy vape juice. Yes. Vape juice every day in the school bathroom. I don't know why he didn't just wait and buy it from this dude outside of school, but for some reason every day it was his routine. He would leave lunch early and buy vape juice. So anyway, I had nothing to do. I was bored. I was done with my lunch. So I decided that I'm going to go with him, and so did the rest of my friends. Everybody from the lunch table got up and left lunch early. We left the cafeteria. So we start walking through the empty hallways of our school after leaving my friend to buy his vape juice, and we see Miss Wilson's class, and her door's shut. Which is strange because she usually never shuts her door. Even during lunch, whenever I would pass there, the door would be wide open and she'd be at her desk doing work or something. But it didn't really matter because there's a window on every classroom door anyway that was pretty big to see through. And as we're walking by her room, me and all my friends quickly glimpse through the door, and we see something that we did not expect to see. Something that we didn't even want to see. We see Miss Wilson sitting on her desk, just going at it with this teacher she's dating. And I'm not even going to go into detail, but a lot was going on, okay? A lot of kissing, a lot of other stuff that doesn't matter, okay? But needless to say, it was not something I expected to see, and neither did my friends. So after we see this, we almost go into shock, and we take cover like we're fucking Navy SEALs on the wall right next to a door. We all take cover on it, and we're like, yo, what the hell is going on in there? And my friends start laughing, and I'm like, yo, we need to go back to the bathrooms right now before she sees us out here. So we quickly run back to the bathrooms, my friend's leaving the bathroom, the one who bought his vape juice, and this was the same friend that called at lunch as a joke, like, oh, what if we saw them making out or something? And I'm like, yo, guess what? We just saw Miss Wilson and her boyfriend making out and doing other stuff. He goes, shut up. I'm like, yeah, dude, you called it. He goes, I was kidding. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's still funny. And he's like, nah, I don't believe you. And sure enough, he wanted to see it for himself, so he walked over there by himself and took a peek. And I told him not to. I was like, dude, don't go over there. Don't look through the window. Like, they might see you. We'll get in trouble. And he didn't want to listen. He walked over to her door, took a peek through the window, and his face just, like, completely changed. And then he said the dumbest thing he's ever said in his entire life. He goes, yeah, Miss Wilson, get it. And I'm like, Jason, you fucking idiot. And he turns around and he starts running. And I'm like, dude, she definitely just heard him. We gotta go. And me and all my friends run away and go back to the cafeteria. And we go in the cafeteria and we sit back down at our table. And then the bell rings because it was time to go. And we leave and we walk out with the rest of our class. And of course, we had to go right back to where we were, which was Miss Wilson's class. We walk over there. We go in the room. Miss Wilson's sitting there looking not happy at all. I definitely know that she heard him. And we sit down and she goes, Jason, can you come up to the front, please? And Jason stands up, does the walk of shame to the front of the classroom, and he gets pulled out into the hallway by Miss Wilson to talk to. And my friend immediately runs over to my desk, and he's like, yo, do you think she knows that we were out there as well? And I was like, I don't think so, man. I think she only saw Jason. And he's like, dude, I hope he doesn't rat us out. I'm like, yeah, man, me neither, because it was his dumbass mistake for yelling that. So anyway, they talk out there for like 5 minutes. She then brings him back in. Jason looks very angry. I'm assuming he just got like a week's worth of detention. And I called it. He got a week's worth of detention. But the good thing is he didn't rat us out. So she didn't know that we saw it as well. And we didn't get in trouble for, being in the halls during lunch and not being in the lunchroom. But Jason sadly did. She gave him a week's worth of detention because he was roaming the halls without a pass during lunch. Yeah, that's why he got detention. You'd think it's because of the other reason, but when you think about it, she couldn't really give him detention for that because how the hell would she explain that to anybody? Like, yeah, I gave him detention because he caught me and my boyfriend getting down on my desk. But yeah, pretty much every time after this that I talked to Miss Wilson, it was always kind of awkward because I just knew about that and it was in the back of my mind every time I talked to her. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Kind of an awkward but funny story time. Jason is a dumbass. Moral of the story is, don't be like Jason. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this story time and found it funny. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace.
Pace on back. I don't wanna look back, I don't want it like that. I've been going too fast, all the girls like that. And the fake ones wanna see my pulse go flat. And my day ones know I'm a pace on back.